Yeah, it's the NEMPATHY Show. Special impromptu episode. I go by the name of Brian Boone.
SONICBOONE!
Yo, follow my man, BRYANBEKNOWIN.
Don't you know no good?
Yes, it's the NEMPATHY Show. Impromptu special call-in episode. The link is in the chat for your respective platforms that you're watching us on. Let's go. Will Smith, Chris Rock,
Big Willie Styles all in it.
Ah, man, the memes was going crazy today.
Hey, man. So it's funny. The progression of how I feel about this situation has changed so much in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
I mean, initially we all saw it together because we were live last night on the show.
Right.
But we had it muted because we didn't want to get flagged for the sound. And I guess we all just kind of assumed he made an entanglement joke. Then to watch it after the show and find out it was not an entanglement joke. It was a hair joke. I was like, nah, that wasn't worth a slap. Then to find out she has a medical condition behind her losing her hair. I see why the nigga mad again. Like I'm back, like you know what I'm saying? I just been back and forth and back and forth. Hey man, you gotta stop playing with niggas.
Does Chris Rock, do we know that Chris Rock knew about her medical condition?
I don't know.
Right? So it's one thing if he knew about it and was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a joke about it. It's another thing if he made a bald head joke and it turns out she has a medical condition.
But she's been very public about her medical condition.
Okay.
You know, she did videos on it. That I'm sure they didn't talk about it on the Red Table Talk and all that other good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think they were friends.
Yeah, he started off by saying, I love you, but I gotta hit you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what comedians do.
Right. And I feel, okay, so one of the things that people have been arguing about or complaining about is how Will Smith is wrong because Chris Rock is a black man. He shouldn't be hitting no black man. You're supposed to stick together as black people. I think that's a BS excuse because if that was the case, Chris should have called or texted one of them and said, hey, is this joke okay? I know y'all been catching a lot of heat in the media for the last few years. Let me check with you, black man and black woman, to make sure this is okay before I fire it off.
Man, hey. Because he's a black man.
If we talking black unity, let me check it with my folks. They've been under scrutiny for years. Niggas have been egregiously disrespectful to Will Smith these last 2 years. If we keep it on, like comedy aside, niggas have been flat out disrespectful to this man. Let me check in and make sure this joke okay. Somebody already tried the entanglement thing with them the last award show. Somebody cracked slick and brought it up on the red carpet. And I think Will ain't do nothing then because it was a woman. But he did, like, they cut the interview short and just like kind of walked off after that. Like, y'all keep playing with this man. This nigga went off.
Well, for an interview, if a red carpet interview, that ain't what we're supposed to be talking about right now.
At all.
Now, Chris Rock been in the game, what, 30 years? Something like that?
Probably long. Because that's what, 90s?
90s.
I thought he started in the 80s.
Yeah, he's probably longer than that, right?
Yeah.
So, we know Chris Rock, right? Now, that's the thing. The jokes that he was making, people were laughing at his jokes. And if the jokes were about other people, Will and Jada would have been laughing too. Why is it that when it's your turn, you can't handle the jokes? I could see if he called out her name. I could see if he made a sexual joke, but he's talking about bald head.
Bald head because of medical condition.
Is that like I said? Do we know that he knew.
I'm gonna say
Now,
yeah.
Now, it's coming out that Chris ain't write the joke.
And that is so that don't absolve you from it. You still said it, nigga.
Right.
You knew what it was. You agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's even more Black power unity. Hey man, these white people said for me to say this. Can I say this? Because we've all been at work, either we've been messing up, or one of our Black co-workers been messing up, and we heard the boss talking about them, and you fire off a text real quick, like, hey nigga, you need to be on time today. They you know what I'm saying? They talking about firing you, like, what's going on, bro? Like, I don't know what's going on. You make sure you're on your P's and Q's today. They head hunting.
Now let's go back to the beginning where you said that when we first saw it, we had the sound off. I thought it was fake, right? A lot of people thought it was fake.
It was wide.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the slap was kind of wide.
Yeah, okay. So here's a illustration, play-by-play, you know, a description of the slap. Right? So right here you said, you know, Chris had no attempt to block it. He looked like he was bracing for the contact. He was making eye contact, and he had his neck tucked in, leaning in, you know, like as to brace for the impact. Now, the swing was a little wide. They said sissy swing here, sissy smack, and the throw was weak, right? Now, someone else pointed out that if Chris Rock really wanted to retaliate, the position Will was in at the time, he would have knocked him down. He would have just swung on him, hit him. He would have knocked Will down. Now,
Chris ain't got it in him. I don't think Chris could drop Will Smith.
Well, it's positioning. You know, if you off balance, you off balance.
True, that's true too.
That's one of them things. Was like, yo, you know, if you did knock him down, it's like, oh, you know damn well,
right?
If I was prepared for this,
yeah.
You know?
But I mean, but
like,
to go back to the slap, right? I feel like you take a still shot of any situation and it look bad. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that Will went up there with the intent to seriously harm him, because he could have. If that was the, like, people, like, when we think of Will Smith, we think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Parents Just Don't Understand, all these things. This nigga's an action star. Like Men in Black, Independence Day, Ali, Suicide Squad. This nigga,
I Am Legend,
Bad Boys,
Robot.
I Am Robot. This nigga can fight. This, like, he and Chris Rock is physically
inferior.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
well, that leads to this question. If The Rock has said it, if Mike Tyson had said it, you know what I'm saying? If 50 Cent has said it, would the response be the same?
Maybe, man. Will from Philly, you know. I'm trying.
Yeah, he from Philly, and he went
Philly.
to Bel-Air.
No, his character went to Bel-Air.
Nah, that nigga
imaginary.
He went to Bel-Air, man.
That's imaginary.
Well, I don't think it would be the same. I think he, you know, people pick and choose their battles. I thought he saw, you know, someone he thought was physically inferior, and he took advantage of that situation. I also think that wasn't his initial reaction to the joke. I think a battery was put in his back. I
don't want to say battery, because it happened so fast.
How long it take?
Like the switch, because I saw he laughed a little bit, but I feel like he looked at her, and all those moments they had in the house together, and him watching her hair fall out, and him kind of trying to console her through this situation, all that came up, and he was like, man, scratch all this.
All right, well, you know, there's like I said, there's a lot of memes going around. So this is someone's breakdown of what they think happened, right? The joke went off. She's like, yo, I ain't taking that. He's like, babe, it's a joke, because look how Will is laughing.
He could have been laughing at something else. That's
get the fuck, nah,
that
son.
niggas was laughing
Will
all
was
night.
laughing at the joke, man. He was laughing at the joke.
It wasn't no. This nigga wasn't falling out the chair. Like, You crazy, ain't that even? You crazy?
Look, handle it, Will. Oh, baby, it's a, you know, you let him know. Now then he got serious. Now,
And that's what I was going to say. The way he yelled at him after the slap,
right?
felt like this is not the first time I told you chill out.
Well, they say it's 2016.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Chris Rock made jokes about her not being invited to the Oscars, right? And why is that bad? Like, why?
I don't know about.
Why is that disrespectful?
I don't know if it was that, but it did. But it did kind of feel like, yo, stop playing. Like it felt like you remember when you was a kid and like another kid or like your sibling hit you. And like they ran away and like stood next to a parent or stood next to a teacher, like, nah, boo, but you can't hit me. And you that's like the worst. And you just like, I guess we both getting a whooping today. Cause I'm still gonna put my hands on you. Cause you not gonna keep playing with me.
Facts. Yeah, man. Hey, if y'all checking in, go ahead, hit the link. Let us know what y'all think. You know, there's a lot of conversation been going on the internet today. Women championing Will. You're saying Will he's a real man, and that men who disagree with what Will did aren't real men, you know, and because there's this whole protect black women thing. Do you think this was protection or deflection? Like really, like some people say, you know, it wasn't the joke. It's just the culmination of everything. And it happened that night.
Yeah, that's what I said. That could be it. Yeah, so it's like niggas playing duck, duck, goose. And last night, Chris was the goose. Like you
took it off on the
one that
person.
got caught. It could have been for anybody.
Yo, man, he got in one little fight and his mom got scared. You can't slap Chris Rock because your wife has no hair. Right. So listen, if the idea was to keep Jada's name out of comedians' mouths, you're gonna get the exact opposite. Because now the jokes all summer we're gonna be talking about Jada, Will and Jada. And the thing is that
I'm not talking about nobody.
People don't want to talk about how, you know, they say Will has been the butt of jokes for some time now. But we don't want to talk about the source of these jokes. Right? You know, Jada has put him in a position to look like shit.
True.
People aren't the jokes that people are making are factual jokes. They're not adding in shit. They're making commentary about something that looks crazy to them.
But I feel like with that situation, right? Because of course the people like, oh, he ain't do nothing to August Alsina.
Yeah, he didn't.
He can't. He don't have no ground because Jada initiated that and let August tell it. There was a lot of mental and emotional manipulation in that. Right. So I can't go beat up this young man who came here looking for help, and that's what that situation turned into when she was the authority in the situation.
Taking advantage.
Yeah.
Word. Yo, they said that if this was a joke about Will, this would have been Jada.
Man, Jada Pinkett Smith used to sell crack in the 80s in Baltimore. I'm pretty sure she got a slap in her too somewhere.
Facts. I didn't know that she sold crack, man.
Well, she said drugs. I'm just assuming crack. It was the 80s in Baltimore.
Right, it probably was scrambled coke and smack. Yeah. Shit. Yo, she said, Will, I'm not impressed. Tupac would have shot him.
See, people already.
That's what I'm saying. If you were trying to minimize or eliminate the jokes about you and your family, you've turned it up, man. You've turned it up. Now everybody's a comedian now. Right? People who weren't even really privy to the whole entanglement, the red table talk and all of that. Everybody saw the slap. Everybody don't watch this lowbrow shit. You know?
I guess.
Will is an international star.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like people that don't even speak English saw this slap.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they know not to play with that, man.
Now, what is to be said about a man who lets his emotions get the best of him?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I go to a lot of comedy shows, and I don't want to see people in the crowd taking offense to the point where they want to assault the comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did you come here? Like this, especially with black comedy, we cut ass. Like, everybody's getting their ass cut. Where's the respectable comedian? Where's the comedian that tells all happy-go-lucky jokes and kumbaya shit?
It don't have to be that, but you need to make the jokes about self. You can't talk about people and then get upset about how they react.
Chris Rock definitely makes jokes about himself.
Yeah, you just gotta stick to that.
Nah, man,
like
hell nah.
That's it. Like, you know,
because right before that joke about Jada, he made a joke about a white couple, right, saying that he and his wife were up for the same award,
mm-hmm.
and he said that he can't win. He needs to lose because if he doesn't, he can't win.
Right.
Meaning he ain't getting no pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. To me, that's a little bit more personal.
Ain't no way. This woman is sick.
All right, hold on. Let's look up this alopecia. Let's look up
woman
alopecia.
Is sick.
Alopecia definition: loss of hair, baldness, loss of hair, loss of hair. They gave three. You know how they give three versions,
right?
But loss of hair. So now somebody made a great point. Hold up, we got somebody checking in. What's up, brother?
How y'all doing, man?
What's up, bro? How you feeling, champ?
Pretty good, y'all.
We
good, man. Talking about this Will Smith, Chris Rock situation. Your name is Dom?
Yeah, Dominic.
Where you checking in from?
I'm checking in from Cali.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. We not happy with y'all. Y'all got good weather. It's cold as shit on the East Coast right now.
That's why I gotta move out here, man.
It be on fire out there, though.
Hell yeah.
You gotta find something in the middle, man.
So what you think about this Will Smith, Chris Rock situation?
So my big thing is, like, first, you hear people debating whether it's staged or not. And the only reason we even debating whether it's staged is because of how good Chris Rock handled the situation.
Right.
Because if it was anybody else, we wouldn't even be talking about if it's staged, because you would have knew immediately, because he would have got his ass socked back.
I think I think Chris's reaction shows that he been famous too long. He from Bed-Stuy. You could tell when a nigga walking up on you to smack you, man.
Yeah, he had his hands behind his back.
He been he been safe too long. Oh, this is the Fresh Prince. He what? Now look, you don't even know what to say. I can't believe this nigga. And then Chris still tried to turn around and make about himself. This is the greatest moment on television. Nigga, shut up.
Yeah, on God. Nah, but he knew not to mess up his money though. So, like, I get it. And like I always say, like, Chris Rock, Will Smith, they the white man's black man. They know what they're doing. They ain't never gonna mess up their money. I
think Will been trying to be the white man's black man, and now his black man is starting to come out. Like, more and more, this nigga's starting to unravel.
His wife is stressing him the fuck out.
Oh, that no lies there.
That's
no
what
lies.
This is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so what do y'all think about it, man? Like, where do y'all stand? What he did.
Man, smack that nigga again. Say no.
Look, man. One thing I don't like is how it's turning into this protect black women shit. Right. First, we're talking about a comedian making jokes.
Yes.
Right. Not no interviewer. Not somebody in the audience
Right.
a comedian, and we all know Chris Rock, and we all know what's coming out his mouth. You know, and that was relatively mild in my opinion compared to what he says, right? And like
you say relatively mild. I don't think it was anything actually. Like it was light to me.
right. So now this protect
y'all.
this protect black women thing, right? Why is it that women will advocate for Will slapping someone for what came out of their mouth, but they don't understand
that they could get slapped for what comes
out of their goddamn you know what I'm saying?
I get it, man. The biggest problem is why this is a back and forth, and it's been a back and forth for the last 24 hours, is because it's not in context that everybody can understand. Not everybody deals with, you know, what Will is dealing with. If you bring it down a couple levels and make it see and you know, put it on a level that everybody can understand, because for me, it's real simple. So like, it's either you agree with what Will did or you didn't, but we're not all on that level, so we don't all understand. So if you bring it down to this level, like, hey, if you a man, you know, we're three men right here. If your girl cheats on you with a dude that you don't like, one of two things happens. You either gonna dump the girl or you're gonna go try to fight the nigga. And we know we both know niggas that do both, that will do one or the other. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock is the nigga that's going to fight the other dude instead of just checking his girl, dropping his girl. And that's the only way I look at it. And it's like, bitch ass niggas that do bitch ass moves need to be checked. And that's all it is. Like, that's why I can't stand with Will Smith for that shit. Because if you bring it down to that level, I know everybody can understand that. We may not all be able to understand, you know, his wife and her entanglement in August and, you know, all that other bullshit. But if you bring it down to a real basic level, this or that, come on, man. Like, which side are you about to stand on?
Well, they got a new movie coming out, The Pursuit of Slappiness.
I swear, the internet is undefeated.
Bro, niggas had a whole skit. Shout out to RGC World 1. They had a whole skit before the Oscars went off. Like 70s niggas that dressed up, got on suits and everything, acting like Chris Rock and Will Smith, bro.
You seen the Slap Boys shirt? Instead of Bad Boys, it was Slap Boys.
Oh, slap Boys for life.
I'm like, come on, y'all. What's going on?
Now, have you ever been to a stand-up comedy show?
Of course, yeah.
So, have you ever seen people get offended in the audience and want to fight the comedian?
Come on, man. That happens at almost every stand-up, especially like if it's something smaller, like a smaller stage. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that happened here in Baltimore like a few months ago, or maybe a year or so ago. And the guy went on stage and he grabbed the damn mic stand. And he's swinging the joint, trying to hit the comedian. And you know the base of the mic stand, that shit is heavy. That thing hit somebody in the head, it's gonna hurt, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it flew into the damn audience. And it's the Oscars. Like, where the security at?
Nobody
the fact that they let him just walk up on stage, walk back, sit in his seat, nobody said nothing. I'm like,
cause the Fresh Prince would not slap this.
If that would have been anybody else, he wouldn't have made it back to his seat.
Will has a long record of smacking people. You know, I don't know how we keep forgetting it, but Will is a smacking ass nigga, yo.
I think he smacked some dude on like the red carpet and tried to do it.
He tried to kiss him.
But he Will walked away and came back and smacked that nigga. Will was like, nah, I can't let that ride. And came back, man. Stop playing with me, yo.
Nah, you ain't lying. Nah, that was funny though.
Now, it's funny because I see women on both sides. I see women saying, yes, you know, Will, you know, he's the sexiest man alive and stuff. And I see other women like, yo, that was some sucker shit.
Because women know. The only women screaming that, oh, I want my man to be like that, them is single women that don't know. They ain't got no clue.
I want a man. Oh.
Right. I want a man like that. And then you got women that know what it's like. No, that's some suck shit. Like, You gonna call it how you see it. I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah, that's the kind of guy that like you can't take him nowhere, right? Because every little remark, a dude would say hi to his girl, he want to fight.
Hey, we know a nigga from Philly that we can't take nowhere. Can't take that nigga nowhere.
Now, a young lady online brought up this. She said, "Wait, so let me get this right. It's okay to make fun of Kevin Durant's hair. You know, who's that? Ray Allen up there,
Right?
and LeBron's hair, but not okay to make fun of Jada's hair because she's a black woman."
Come on, well, you know we live in this world of double standards.
All them niggas had the right to smack somebody if they felt offended. Will just chose to smack a nigga. Nobody said that they couldn't smack nobody because they men. They just didn't smack nobody.
Nah, what I'm seeing online is, you know, black women believing that they are above jokes, they're above scrutiny, above correction, above anything other than praise.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it just reminds me of another community of people who need to bring it down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if you just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you can all get these jokes.
Right, everybody get these jokes,
and everybody can get these slaps, man.
That's assault and battery.
Like, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Go ahead and say it.
New
That's
movie,
funny,
Will
man.
Smith and bitch. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Damn.
Yeah. You seen that nigga chest when he was sitting down and said that, bro? That nigga hit the Dizel. They tried to kill my wife. Like, this nigga was furious.
Yeah, he was fully like he was getting pumped up, man. She was blowing him up, man. I'm telling you, she gassed him up.
That split second.
Yes.
She gassed that nigga. That nigga already had gas in the tank.
It wasn't even a split second. He gradually got mad. Right?
Because it was quick, man. It was real quick. Because he went from laughing to walking on stage like,
yeah, like it wasn't no in between. That nigga looked at her and said,
he said, "Osh,
let's get it." And then, because you gotta commit. Also, once you stand up, you gotta commit to it.
Yeah, you do.
You can't stand up and sit down or walk halfway up the stairs and come back. You gotta go all the way out, man.
That's crazy. That joke was so light, man. I'm so mad that even happened.
No, oh, this was another thing that I completely forgot about that somebody brought up today about how Chris Rock was out of line. Chris Rock made a whole movie about women's hair. He made a documentary about black women's hair and how they need to be respected and how black women suffer from this, that, and the third. So for you to make that and encourage them and champion them and then make a little snide remark like that, come on, you can't do both.
So you saying he ain't make no jokes in that movie?
Not about alopecia. Not about Jada.
Not about hair.
Oh man.
Not that joke.
Not that joke.
I don't know, man. When did we get here where people can't take jokes no more?
Yeah,
They can. It's just not all the jokes. And I feel like it's been like that. Comedians been getting ran up on. This ain't the first day. This has been going on for years.
I think
crazy,
stand up
man.
is on his on a shaky leg right now. And
yeah.
the only person right now that could save it is Dave Chappelle. Right?
Maybe not even Dave Chappelle.
Because we know what comedy is, especially to us, our community.
Mm-hmm.
We know what our style of comedy is, you know, and it's basically being taken away, like because everything is PC, politically correct. Everybody wants you to dance around things, you know. I don't know where it's headed. Maybe it's gonna have to be pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe, but shit, motherfuckers ain't about to pay pay-per-view for that. You know how that goes. I was just talking to my boy Jay about that earlier. I was like, you look on Netflix, man. I'm not saying these people ain't funny, but all these black comedians, they ain't got Netflix specials, but you got all these non-black comedians that just up there telling stories.
Not even.
they telling semi-funny stories. But me, I'm used to like the setup, the punchline, you know,
Right.
the funny ass, you know, the Dave Chappelle, the Martin Lawrence type jokes. Like that's what I'm used to. And if people can't handle that, man, just let comedy go away, because that's comedy.
Right. The whole Def Jam is just erase it.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
DL
Maybe.
Hughley.
Man,
DL Hughley, man. He, in my opinion, I never really thought his jokes were that strong. He made his bones off of talking shit about everybody in the audience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
So I hope he doesn't have anything negative to say about Chris Rock.
oh, he can't. He can't.
I don't know. DL been on some real
Shaky shit. Yeah.
So,
I mean, also the nigga old now. Like you get older, you realize, man, I can't keep talking about these people, you know.
yeah, that's true. Like
Now-
he be riding that line, that coonery line. Like I don't know, man. Like where he want to be on one side or the other. I don't really know.
Now, Dom. Now, what you think about men who allow their women to gas them up, and to handle situations, physically that probably don't require that much?
Oh, that's
Maybe it could some words. It could probably be some words. You know what I mean? But they pushing them to put hands on somebody.
Oh, that means she in control, and that means you weak. Like if your woman can gas you up like that, and you know as a man, hey, it doesn't have to go to this. It doesn't have to go to this point. Will knew, Will knew, he could have just talked to Chris about, after the fact. Hey man, that's kind of distasteful. The only reason this is blown up the way it has is because Will walked on stage and slapped him.
Right.
People might have made a few little memes, little jokes about what Chris said about G.I. Jane, and it would have been done. This is gonna go on to the next Oscars.
Yeah, I'm about to make a shirt.
Right?
Look, he said Will Smith making everybody forget what just happened when he goes on stage to accept his Oscar.
Did you see his when he was at the after party though? Like he hit himself with the joint. That nigga had the Oscar dancing, singing, getting jiggy with it. That nigga said, "I'm over it. I don't know what y'all talking about."
Right? Yeah, he trying to dance his pain away.
My nigga said, "I won. I won the fight. I won the Oscar, nigga. This is a good night."
All right, now Paw's checking in right here. She says, "Will been slapping and punching people. He slapped. That's. It's important that we differentiate the two: a slap and a punch."
Yeah.
Right? Because I've been seeing it. Different media outlets been saying Will punched Chris. No, that's not what happened. He slapped him.
Loaded up and slapped him too, because he knew, and he tried to make it seem like so Chris didn't see it coming either.
Yeah,
he just walked up on him and just whap. I'm like, damn.
Yo, they said that's all that pent up energy after Lou left. Said, why he don't want me, man?
You see, nigga still playing.
Why he don't want me?
That's that internet, man. The internet undefeated.
That's what I'm saying. Like he made himself the joke.
Right.
Niggas gonna ride this, man. You know how many hours of stand up will be devoted to this?
Oh man, I can't wait to see Chris Rock next stand up. He's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep your wife's name out my mouth, but you about to get these jokes.
But Will been taking it if it was him. Will ain't. He even made jokes about the entanglement thing. He said, but not.
Yeah, but I feel like he hurt on the inside. I feel like he's still hurt on the inside about that.
That man is hurt.
Any man or any person will be hurt if you went through what this man went through these last 2 years.
Very
but
true.
Who's the source?
Chris Rock.
No, not for these past 2 years.
Or alopecia is right. Yeah.
Alopecia.
See, everything but the truth. Truth is his wife has been putting him in positions to play himself, and he just played himself last night, in my opinion, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that he chose that. I don't think that she hyped him up.
There's no other
because he could have not done it. That's a mean. You keep saying this. That we don't know what she said. We never heard or seen her say anything.
She didn't say nothing. It was all eye language.
Yeah, nonverbal. Yep.
Anybody?
He was like, "No, go ahead, my bad."
Where the footage then?
But that's the thing. You see it on the footage, and it's like, Will, we see you laughing at the joke.
Right.
Like, not,
Thank
not
you.
even
He was
smirking.
laughing at it.
We see you
know,
laughing at the joke.
Because Will, the persona of Will Smith, laughed at the joke because he got the key, and he talked about that a lot on Red Table Talk. It's hard to keep up this Will Smith and the perfect Smith family persona, and that nigga cracked last night.
Yeah, well, so what he just showed, because we know Will, especially we've been following this, we know there's another side to Will, but there's a lot of people who still look at Will like Hitch, you know, and real easygoing, you know,
down to earth, mellow,
and so he ruined he probably broke some hearts last night.
Not mine.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still a fan of Will Smith, the actor, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's another thing. With social media today and just more cameras everywhere, we get to actually get to know the actor or the rapper or the singer, you know, or the ball player, and sometimes we don't like that motherfucker, man. Like, we like what they do, you know, but that person, like, I don't really like you. Like,
that makes sense. I don't expect to like every cook that work at the restaurant. Nigga, just whip my food up though and make sure it's hot when it get here.
Yo, Juicy had to chime in. Said Will Smith hit me too.
Yeah.
Yo, lock Juicy back up, yo.
I can't. No, that's too much.
Now there is an apology, a Chris Rock apology circulating the internet, but some people say it's fake.
I don't want to hear Chris Rock apologize.
I don't want to hear neither one of them apologize. Them
meant
niggas what they did. Also, I don't like how when celebrities or anybody does something and they like the media makes them feel like they need to apologize to us. Doesn't nobody need to apologize to me.
They're apologizing to them sponsors.
I'm not married to that woman. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to apologize to me, dog. Like when Kevin Hart got caught cheating, I just want to apologize to my fans. Nigga, you're not dating us. You dating her.
Right.
Apologize to her.
It's like, we don't care. Now, but you got to think about it. There are people out there that act like they got cheated on too. I can't believe Kevin Hart would do this.
That's like, the problem. See, that's how you fall in love with these celebrities. Like, these people too, man.
Jay Threezy says it's a joke because a black man was assaulted.
That's a good one. Nah. It'd have been a joke if he slapped a white man.
Nah, not at all. Will Smith would have been in handcuffs.
He would have slapped a gay man.
Will Smith would have been canceled immediately.
I don't think they can cancel Will Smith.
This motherfucker jerk.
I don't know if they can. Because Will, it depends on what he does. He gotta do something. Because he's such a big artist. You try to cancel him internationally, but black folk, we still love him. Or you say some cool stuff, we'll disown him.
True.
Like, but you know, the white people still love him, like a Stacey Dash.
Right.
You dig? Now, if he can corner the market and piss off everybody, yeah, but that's a hard thing to do.
Now, Pause said that Will Smith punched Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, I just Googled. Yeah, that's what Google says. I didn't finish reading the story because we were having a conversation. But
I heard about that, but I don't know if that's true.
What did he say?
So basically, y'all saying Will is actually a problem.
Is he?
He's going around assaulting motherfuckers.
Is he going around assaulting people? Or
we have 3 assaults on record.
What's the third one?
Chris Rock.
Who was the second one?
I don't know if Anthony Mackie was first or the interview.
The interview. Man, one nigga. First of all, one of them don't count because he was sexually assaulted.
Yeah, that was a sexual assault.
Yeah, yeah, that's
That definitely was, yo. That definitely was.
Yeah, that one was
But-
definitely warranted.
Also, this nigga Will, when he was on tour, them niggas was fighting more than NWA. Him and Jazzy Jeff was fighting after every show back in the 80s because niggas kept trying them.
Who they was fighting?
Fans.
Yeah,
There's
they was
only
calling
two of
them-
them.
They was calling them corny and stuff. Yeah, they was getting tried.
He was like, them niggas been shot at before and everything.
Oh yeah.
I think he said Oakland and he said somewhere, it might have been somewhere in Florida. But
Yeah,
two places
they went
that
on
fight
tour
got
with
out of hand.
NWA,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that when they all on the same label or like the same like umbrella thing or something like that.
Will was on Jive, wasn't he? Fresh Prince of
Yeah,
Bel Yeah, Fresh
Jive,
Prince was
yeah.
on Jive Records.
Okay. Or they might have had the same. I feel like they had the same something, and whoever was over everybody called him and was like, "Yo, if Eazy-E and them ain't fighting every day, why are y'all fighting?
Why
every
y'all
day?"
fighting?
Yeah,
Because Easy and them shooting. That's why.
Right.
Damn,
that's a
fighting.
good point.
You seen the movie? This wasn't playing.
Kodak Black, he said, "Yo, what the hell? Chris Rock thought Will Smith was going up there." Well, hold up, man. I can't fucking read this shit. What the hell is he
Going
saying?
up there for
Yeah, going
To
up
give
there,
him a hug, yeah.
up there for is what he's trying to say.
Going up there for
There you go.
to give him a hug.
Now I agree with that though. I'm like, bro, as a black man, how you just let somebody walk all the way up
Not
into your
just as a
personal space
black
like
man.
that?
You from Brooklyn. You from Bed-Stuy. Nigga, you know what violence look like.
I think he was trying to show that it was non-confrontational on his side.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he probably thought Will was gonna give him a little pap or something like
Mhm.
that. He ain't think he was going. And honestly, the slap hurt, but the way he was screaming on him,
Yeah,
that really
Yeah,
made it.
that made it real.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like
Because the audience, I think that's when the audience was like, "Oh, this might not be."
Yeah, because they
A
ain't
little
know how to read it at first. And we're like, "Oh, this Will don't be cussing like that. This nigga."
And
And
he
then
had
he
to do
started
it
crying. I'm like,
to
"Oh,
a
this nigga's
black
angry."
person directed the Oscar. I mean, directed the
Will
Oscars.
Packer.
Like, come on, man.
Oh yeah.
see,
They ain't
and,
gonna
all
let
right,
no black man do that again.
right. So that's the black part. You know, my man Brad Bino was talking about people were saying that he's a black man, he shouldn't have punched another black man. All right, I will set that to the side, but the other award show that we have been in control of was like the Source Awards. Like
Mhm.
that's where everybody knows us. When we got something that we running, that's what it turns into. But what Will just showed is it don't matter if they with their pants hanging off their ass or if they in suit and tie. Niggas is niggas,
Yeah.
and there's a
Oh, yeah.
potential for
Right.
violence to break out.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
that's the
what's
black
worse-
eye on us.
Yeah. What's worse is what was it? 6 years? 6 years ago, him and Jada boycotted the Oscars because Will was like, "Oh, it's too white." Blah blah blah. You get back up in there
And slap
you
him.
get nominated.
This why I'm coming here now. Y'all
You don't know how to act. Like, come on, man. That's just a bad look on black people in general. I mean, we know it's not like that, but white America
it's
looking
like
at
that.
it like, see,
Man, forget them white people. Anybody about to be nice because just to make the white man feel comfortable? They get slapped too.
shit, white man cutting them checks.
Said, yo, what did Chris Rock find on his face when he woke up this morning? Fresh Prince.
I feel like you set up this show tonight just to fire off these memes, yo. Because
Hey man, this is what people are talking about. You know what I mean? It got social media ablaze. You know? I got more. That was probably the most embarrassing thing done by a black rapper since Kanye's infamous "I'm gonna let you finish" but speech. You know what I mean? That shit was, I was embarrassed.
I wasn't. I don't look at it from a standpoint of black man. I look at this from two men, and one has disrespected another one's wife that he feels like he needs to respond to.
So
The
what
black
you're saying
part,
is, in this instance, you don't see color.
No, but if it was two white men, whatever. Like
Because, but you can't ignore the fact that they black though. Like in this
Yeah.
instance, you cannot ignore the fact that they're black because ain't nobody else gonna ignore that shit.
True.
Embarrassed for what? I was embarrassed. I would, you know, black was a thing, a thought that I had, but really I was embarrassed for manhood because a grown man would not have taken that route. I feel like he allowed his emotions to get the best of him, and that's what manhood is, keeping them shits under control. Because it's not that we are emotionless, it's that when we let our emotions get the best of us, people get hurt or die. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a good point.
That's what I was embarrassed about. Plus, I knew Jada put the battery in this nigga back.
You just keep saying that.
She did, man. She did. Because he was laughing, yo.
I feel you. But because of who it is, we can't keep treating this as an isolated incident.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the entanglement thing never happened, and it was just all rainbows and sunshine, and he went up there. All right, nigga, you wildin'. But niggas been playing with him and you know what I'm saying?
But the entanglement thing ain't Chris Rock's fault.
That's not.
That's
but
his
like
wife's fault. His wife got it looking like a clown.
Duck, goose. Chris, you the goose.
So Paul said, if Will and Jada have continuously stated both have been unfaithful, why is the narrative only pushed on Jada? First of all, they did not say that they were unfaithful. Right. They don't have extra marital affairs because they have an open relationship. Right. So that they have not been unfaithful. The issue that I want to know why this keeps getting swept under the rug. Why are women overlooking the fact that she had sex with her son's friend? Her teenage son's friend.
Yeah, that is
like if Will was smashing Willow's, if she whipping one of her friends' hair back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't never make it to the Oscars. Last night would have never happened because he beat there. Wait, how old was August? August was.
I think August was older than Jaden.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But still, just
it's your son's friend, yeah.
Especially if the girl would have told the story the way August told the story about Jada.
Right.
Yeah,
right. He would have been the worst.
That would have got him canceled.
The reason that you're talking about, this kid's getting swept under the rug is, listen, and I ain't here to bash no women. But women can't take accountability for nothing.
For Nathan.
Nothing. As soon as it gets put on them, it's I either got to play the victim or something. But that's just me.
Well, that's good, man. So Will made an apology. I don't know if y'all can read this, but I'll read it for y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
He said, violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness.
I don't believe it.
I think.
Yeah. Which one of his white assistants wrote that for him?
I didn't see him apologize until I saw news of the Academy doing an investigation and considering taking his award away.
Say it one more time.
The Academy is supposed to have launched an investigation. You know, they got to investigate what everybody fucking saw. Like,
right.
But it's under consideration. They could possibly take his award away. I don't know if they're gonna do that or not.
That's bullshit.
Get it back in blood, nigga. Y'all have to come to my house to take this from me for real. I'm not giving.
You know them shit's plastic. Like they not like they look all gold and all that, but they're not. They're not.
You mean it's like those little league awards that we used to get?
Yeah. Hollow as a mother. But not. I feel like that's petty because that slap ain't had nothing to do with the movie.
But it was on their award show. And white people quick to You cancel the motherfucking nigga though.
Man, the white people love Will.
A black,
they love Will more than they love Chris.
A black producer of the show, Will Packer.
I don't know about that.
You know, a black man produced the show, Will Packer. They had an extremely black audience. The black people was in the front.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then a black person winning the highest honor for the night. It was kind of like
honor. Yeah.
It was like kind of over the pandemic when they made the was it the Oscars or the Grammys? One of them, like nobody could go, so they made it real black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think it was the Grammys.
Yeah,
that happened.
Yeah, because it was a ton of music, and it was just
so it was our time to shine, and god damn,
it was. Samuel Jackson got his first Oscar last night.
Yo, didn't he have a crazy outfit on?
Nah, no.
Wesley Snipes did.
No, Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes did, yeah. Where is the video at? Did you see the video?
Nigga Wesley was on some
what's the nigga? Samuel L. Jackson dapping up Will Smith.
Nah.
Like he shook the nigga hand like, I've been waiting for somebody to smack that nigga Chris. Let me find this joint. This nigga dressed like a villain.
Somebody need to get that nigga need to be slapped.
He could be
He ain't slapping him.
He could be Black Dracula in the new Blade movie that they making.
Wesley Snipes, he do that stuff for real.
Yeah, Wesley will crunch your shit.
The only thing I don't get, people talking about, oh, we made fun of Jada's
That's a goddamn lie.
It's like it's not it is a medical condition, but it's not. The two treatments for it is some light medication and self-care because it's stress related. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on.
Right, I see what you're saying. Just like
I don't.
Just like
smack that nigga, bro.
They was like, yo, it's not cancer. It's not like you know, you ain't gotta go get the chemo for alopecia and shit.
How you know,
bruh?
Like if one of the treatments for your condition is self-care, that makes it no different than being overweight.
That's
Come
everything.
on, bro.
I mean, cancer.
Nah, bro, because self-care ain't gonna do nothing with cancer.
Hell no. Self-care is not gonna do cancer.
Some chlorophyll.
All she gotta do is limit her stress. Stop banging her son's friends.
That was a stress reliever. It ain't stop falling out till they stop talking.
Hell no. I think she didn't anticipate that nigga like spiraling out of control after they started smash. Or I think she tried to cut it off or something like that. And then he just started. She was responsible for him.
That's light skinned nigga shit.
Yo, how does a generation that grew up laughing at comedians that made fun of Whitney Houston's drug problem, Michael Jackson's vitiligo, and R. Kelly's sex tape try to argue that alopecia is off limits?
Amen. Amen.
We should not have been laughing at the R. Kelly sex tape. We shouldn't have been laughing at that. Whitney joint was a little shaky. We probably should have been laughing at that either. And matter of fact, we should have been laughing at we should have been laughing at none of this.
But the point is, we did.
It was just normalized to laugh at it.
Yo, all the shit be true, and what makes it funny is we was all thinking it.
I wasn't thinking nothing about them R. Kelly Jones. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, the average comedian, they're funny because they say the things that people are afraid to say.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So that we're thinking these things already. It's not, they not. Some people can go overboard, like when Kramer.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Kramer went in.
Oh, come on, man.
That nigga should have jumped off the balcony on Kramer. Like, because Kramer wasn't even cracking the joke. He's a nigger. He's a nigger. He's a him. He's a nigger.
You think do y'all think it's staged? I don't think it's staged. I thought it was in the beginning. Yeah, no, it's not.
When you keep going back, so like there's a part after Will sit down and scream where you can see the look on Chris Rock's face where he's like, nigga, I can say something really really turn this shit up. But I'm
Yo,
not
Chris, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Chris
Like,
did.
when
He said,
was like,
I could.
he was
Okay.
like, nigga, I can fuck this up right now. He's like, nope, we gonna
could.
keep going.
Yep. He did. That the people need to give him his flowers.
Yes, he needs to be paid double for how he handled last night.
That nigga
Because
did that for his own safety.
no,
That nigga was like, he ain't gonna hit me
Will would have mopped the
again.
floor with his ass, but still.
Yeah. Cause security still ain't came out, nigga. I'm not saying nothing else.
Chris,
Nah, but
Chris
like,
Rock like he
you
ain't never
seen
been
it,
in a
though.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he look like he never been in a fight. No, he look like he never won a fight. He look like he been beat up a few times. He been
Nah,
in
he
a fight.
told him jokes. That's how you keep him off your ass. Tell him jokes.
Not last night. That's how I got him on his ass.
My bad. What was you saying, Don? My man froze.
No, what happened?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I sent you the.
Nah, I was
the
just
Samuel
saying,
Jackson
like,
video too.
Go ahead.
I said I sent you the
Nah.
Samuel Jackson.
Nah,
video.
every time I'm trying to get him to talk, you start talking, B.
My bad.
Nah, I'm trying to see the Samuel Jackson video where he dapped
Okay.
him up. What's
Yeah,
good?
I'm loading it up while y'all talk.
Hey man, niggas is stressed.
What you sending
Will's
to me?
probably drinking Hennessy.
Shit, we all stressed, but shit, we ain't all got alopecia.
Where you
Not
sending it to
yet.
me at?
It's also on your IG joint. My bad. My bad.
Said Chris Rock's comedy show tickets have skyrocketed.
Because people
Word
can't
up.
wait to hear him talk about that.
The first show is the one everybody wants to see.
Mm-hmm.
What is he gonna say? Will has way too much material available on him to be like.
You said
To-
Will
to-
or Chris?
No, Will. It's a lot of material on him.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh,
yeah. Chris could do an hour.
That's on
Easily.
him. It wasn't a problem when it was him.
And it ain't even
Talking
about
about
to
my
just
lady.
be Chris Rock. You gonna hear other comedians going in on this too.
But what really is the joke about Will though? Will, like, what has Will done that people joke about? It's really like his wife.
You ain't seen the. Please tell me you've seen this meme with the one where he's like, "Damn," where he slapped him and then he was like, "Damn, if Will's this mad in March, I wonder how mad he's gonna be in August." I was like,
Damn.
Yeah, people kept saying Chris should have said that. Chris would have got.
Should have
stomped.
said that.
Yeah,
He got
was-
stomped
Yes.
out. If he just said that, he would have got stomped.
Yeah, that
out,
would have
bro.
been bad, bro.
Yeah, that'd have been. Oh, yeah, nah.
Now check this out. Somebody said, "Men, beware of the same women who called Kanye abusive, who applaud Will Smith. Masculinity is only toxic when they can't weaponize it."
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So as long as you're doing what I want you to do, nigga,
It's all right, right?
that masculinity is all right.
Yeah,
As long as I approve.
yeah. Just like that femininity is okay until they start using their tears to get us locked up.
You know what femininity Jada used last night? You know what I'm saying? Got Will slapping nigga.
Man.
Somebody said Will Smith will not tolerate other men making jokes about his wife. He will, however, tolerate other men having sex with his wife. This is a man of principle.
If that's what the terms we agreed upon.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, he is a man of principle. Yeah.
And remember, I asked that last night. I was alluding to that on the NEMPATHY show last night. Like, could you be okay with that? Like,
Absolutely
a
not.
a truly open relationship where you smashing other women and your wife is smashing other dudes.
Nah, we
What the
closed
hell y'all
over
in a
here.
relationship for then? What y'all married for?
We closed over here, big dog. Don't worry about it.
That make no damn sense.
Word up. That's blackmail. That's, you know, I need to keep this together.
That's
'cause
white man. That's white man shit.
There is. They got a whole section on them porn sites. They just
I was
sitting
about to
on the
say
couch
they got the whole category.
watching a black man just blow his woman
You
to
said,
smithereens.
She said Boone is a Jada hater. Not so much, but I really believe that Jada is stressing this man the fuck out. You know, I've seen this dude break down and cry in interviews, you know what I'm saying? That just he, me and Brian B. Noah has spoke about it before, saying like Will is just, he's the type of person, he just refuses to lose
Yeah.
to the point where it's a detriment to himself.
Mm-hmm.
And she's at the source of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The truth of the matter is her star was fading, and he scooped her up out of Baltimore and gave her a lifestyle that she wouldn't have attained by herself.
But she said she ain't want it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I be arguing with Doug about. Like you a man says he stays and fought for the relationship, but are you serving her needs and wants, or are you making the relationship that you want to make?
Right. Pause. We're not talking about cheating. We're not talking about cheating.
And
come on, that's a typical woman response, right?
Yeah,
there.
Right.
Men cheat all the time. Women do it.
As soon as.
And really, that's y'all fault. Y'all be accepting cheaters. Y'all gotta stop doing that.
Right.
Women be mad that niggas don't be settling for what they settle for.
Right. Hey, 100%.
If you leave, sis, he can only cheat one time.
Like men cheat all the time. No, you letting that nigga cheat all the time.
Right.
Step out.
But you don't want to get called stupid, so it's easier to deflect and make it seem like it's a man problem.
Yeah, man. Yo, Don, where can they find you on social media?
Shit,
You
now,
know,
all I'm on now is TikTok, man.
Oh,
I got rid of all my other stuff just because of past relationships.
wow.
I ain't even gonna lie.
What, you got hacked? They was in your account or something?
Nah, just not. Well, it's a long story. Instagram was like that first, just relationship killer. Like, especially if you had it back when Instagram first started, it was just, oh, why you liking her picture? Oh, why she like? It's like, damn, man.
Damn.
So I mean, my boy Jeremy put me on the yard, so like I had to get on because I didn't want to talk about this all day.
I'm trying, my nigga Jay.
Word. So
Hey, niggas got tattoos, y'all. Want to see this?
Whoa, that's oh wow.
Yeah, niggas got the tattoo of the slap, yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's funny, but it ain't that funny, nigga. I'm not putting that on my skin.
Putting it on your body, right? Come
Yeah.
on,
But like Chris Rock was right. Like, well, in a sense, this is a moment in history that'll never be forgotten.
There's few moments on live TV, like they were talking about with Kanye West and Taylor Swift. But like my favorite Kanye moment is when he was like, when he got up and won that award, he was like, man, they kept asking me what I would do if I didn't win. He's like, I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
That's Kanye's best moment to me. I'm like, God damn.
Hell yeah. So back to the relationships. Yo, so yeah, you can't be having it. You was liking other women pics and stuff.
I mean, I was doing what you do on Instagram.
Like, yeah,
I mean,
that's what it's for.
Right, that's exactly what it's for. So it's like, then you got, women are women, man. Women are insecure. You got to feed, just like a man, but you got to feed their ego. And, any little thing turns into a fight, and it ain't worth it.
Some women's egos be out of control. And they don't be thinking that it is. Like, nah, sis. You your chest a little too big, or you know what I'm saying, you a little too, or I say this all the time, women's ego be in the staying in the cheating relationship. Cause he be out there with y'all, but he come home to me. Sweetie, both your eyes are black. Why do you want him to come home? Stop talking to him.
Bring some ice.
Sweetie, both your eyes is black.
Yeah, man. So yeah, people need to have real conversations with the person that they're dealing with, and because if you gotta hide Like I don't hide nothing, man. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm in the open because I'm going to fuck up. So you know, let me just tell you now up front.
People be thinking I be lying when I say I don't lie. Like everybody lies. Like no, I'm too ignorant to lie. So now that's a whole nother slew of problems that you gotta deal with.
Facts.
A not lying nigga.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Try and get this video, man. Probably be knowing.
Look at it like, God, man, you smack me. God, hey, shut up, man. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You better smack that nigga, boy.
Honestly, I think it was more for the win, but yeah, I got you.
That nigga said.
Because I feel like, you know, black people don't have
that was for the
that many
award.
Oscars.
Nah, nigga.
That was
So
for the
that's more-
award.
Come on, man.
That nigga.
That was
it
for
did
I
look-
like to slap Chris.
It did look like that, though. He was like, God damn, I'm waiting for the motherfucker.
Whoa! Boy, you slapped the hell out that boy, didn't you?
Now, what do you think about this aspect right here? Tyler Perry, you know, and other men were, I would say, schooling Will on the situation. It was like,
I think they were schooling them more on the impact that that night signified,
right?
Because it's like you said, like being directed by a black man, like this is the first time they let something like that happen. So it's like, let's make it a positive night. But now that night, this one Oscars that was hosted by directed by the black man will forever be linked to this one moment.
Has there ever been any type of physical altercation at the Oscars?
No white people ain't doing that.
Yeah, come on, man. White people ain't.
Well, no, I take that back. Clearly, white people are violent. Let me not lie. Absolutely violent.
Nah, not at the Oscars. Not at the Oscars. The Grammys, the BET Awards, but not at the Oscars.
I don't know. I feel like OGs pulling to the side like, hey man, you wilding, but you got to pull it together. Cause like Will, like after he got it all out, like he was just distraught for the rest of the night. So I feel like I was like, OG, like come here, young. Like I know you messed up, but you can't.
But she got his.
You can't live.
He is wrapped around her finger.
He is wrapped around winning.
Cause like all I gotta say is like for everybody saying that joke was distasteful, go back and watch the last Golden Globes that Ricky Gervais hosted, and every joke that man made was over the top. Like he went at everybody, and it was just like it was uncomfortable for everybody up in that motherfucker.
But Ricky was also talking about them molesting kids.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah, Ricky was like, y'all are sick, and you can't smack a nigga for that because they're like, why you smack him? You touching kids?
That's true, right?
But
like every joke he had was just over the top, though. Like it was just he was just firing them off.
He was Ricky getting kid, but also Rick knew who to talk to. People know who to play with, man.
Nah, that's true though.
So they said Chris Rock and Will's past grievances with going back and forth. Well, Chris said in 2015, Jada's mad her man Will was not nominated for concussion. I get it. It's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West.
I don't feel like there was nothing wrong with that.
Is this what y'all getting? Is this what y'all getting upset about?
Wild Wild West was a phenomenal movie.
It was funny, but like I understand the joke in the $20 million for Wild Wild West, so like I get it.
He was
like the big joke around that
in the world at the time.
Like the biggest joke about the Wild Wild West movie is that he turned down the Matrix for that to do that. Like so, so like I get it. Like I get why that's funny.
And that worked out though. I don't think he would have done better than Keanu Reeves.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He would have changed the whole vibe of the movie. Like
Right.
Keanu was supposed to play that role.
And then his wife was in that trilogy. So I mean,
Oh, yeah,
she might not have been in the trilogy. If
She was like, "I'll get the checks. Don't worry about it, baby."
We would have had a white Morpheus, like, because you know they wouldn't have two
Val
main
Kilmer.
characters.
Oh God, I can't imagine them two playing opposite each other. You know,
right?
So,
going on with that?
Papa said, "Do y'all agree with what Kathy Griffin said?"
No.
And I think what she's saying is, on Twitter, she said, "Let me tell you something. It is a very bad practice to walk up on stage and physically assault a comedian. Now we all have to worry about who wants to be the next Will Smith in comedy clubs and theaters."
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
That makes a good. Yep.
I don't agree.
Shit.
People
No,
been
but
walking
what
up on them
happens-
stages since the 70s
But what
and the
happens
80s.
at the theater when there is no Oscar level security? Now you just got.
It wasn't then. It wasn't that.
I don't want Oscar level security, man.
Yeah, I need to.
But you know what I mean. Like, there's more security there.
That's
Like,
what
you go to a
they
local
act like they
club,
securing this shit. They don't really secure it. They just act like.
Them niggas in the front and the back, like, damn, you see me on the Oscars, boy? Oh, what?
because now you got somebody that's gonna get offended at somebody in the little public comedy club that's gonna be only 3 feet away from the comic,
Oh yeah.
thinking they can just walk up on somebody. Like, nah, that ain't cool, man.
And it is, people have walked up on comedians, in the past, but it's different now because someone validated it, someone co-signed it, someone made it a practice that everyone, he got Will Smithed, like,
And they got Chris rocked. That's what happened.
Oh,
man. Yeah. Yo, shout out to everybody that's checking in. This is the NEMPATHY Show. This is a special impromptu episode at NEMPATHY Show. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, all your social media platforms. I am at SONICBOONETV. Yo, Don, what's your TikTok?
Oh man, what is my TikTok?
Ain't trying to put it out there.
That nigga said, man, I got one more relationship, man. Y'all niggas jail. I just came here to talk. That's why my name is Dom. I seen everybody at signs on here, nigga. Dom. Don't worry about where I get.
I get it in a few.
Yo, Brian be knowing.
Follow me at Brian be knowing on social media platforms.
Yeah, man. So, you got anything else to say?
Oh man.
Not about this one.
Everything is funny until it ain't. Watch your mouth.
That's true.
That's 100% true.
That's true, man. And, don't let nobody walk up on you like that.
Yeah, that's
Never. Hey, how long you think it's gonna take before you gonna have that bold heckler at a comedy club walk up on somebody?
probably.
I don't think it's gonna take more. I don't think it's gonna take more than a month.
Somebody tried that shit today.
Yeah. I don't know, because everybody talking about Will and Jada, so niggas ain't picking on people in the crowd yet.
Yeah.
But also,
you might be right. That might kill a lot of people's stand-up routines, though.
right. At some point, y'all
Hell
niggas
yeah.
leaving people alone, yo.
Everybody trying to go up first now. Shit, Let me get my Will and Jada's out.
Or you know what I seen comedians do? Because shout out comedian Stiletto. She's done this to me a few times. They will pick on people in the crowd that they know.
That they do.
Like Stiletto know me. Stiletto know I do comedy, or they'll pick with another comic. Bet you know the joke. You know, or not the joke, but you know how it goes. So you can take the joke, move on. You pick it with a stranger. That's like arguing with a nigga in the street. You don't know what he'll do to you.
That's why the DJ be getting. I be the butt of the joke all the time.
Nigga in the street will bite you in the face. You don't know. People is crazy, bro. And you just messing with them, embarrassing them in front of all these people, man. All right.
Nigga gonna tell me. Nigga gonna come up to me and tell me, yo, don't play no music. Right? So then he go up on the stage, like he get introduced, he go on the stage, and he like, cut DJ. And set me up and shit. Like,
you should have smacked that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? See, what if I had smacked that nigga? You know what I'm saying?
He wouldn't have played with you no more.
What if he was like, cut DJ, that's why your wife bald head.
Slap.
Yeah,
Let these
slap
niggas
that
play with you, man.
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah. So we up out of here, man. NEMPATHY Show. Yo, we had a new episode last night. So that is out. And we got this right here. So a lot of content out right now at NEMPATHY Show, NEMPATHYShow.com. Peace, y'all.
Peace.